Ah. Beard is itchy. Great way to start. Welcome back, everyone, to Corrie's channel. Today we're going to do something different. Usually it's her doing stuff, but today it's me. In one of our previous Face Mask Fridays, I said that I was going to grow out a beard, but I need to look more presentable, so I had to shave. And so what better time to do the shaving video that we've been asked about. I constantly talk about shaving, so here it is.
You're gonna shout out to the guy who requested it?
Shout out to Dom McCool. So thanks, Dom McCool. It is a cool name. I'm sure he's probably said that before. Just kind of run through all the stuff I use. For shaving, I do dedicate a lot of time and effort. I usually only do it once a week, and I have like 5 things to do it with. So I actually shave with a straight razor, or safety razor, not a normal sort of disposable one that you tend to find. So yeah, I tend to use a safety razor. It usually only has one blade on it, and is kind of really characterized by the fact that you change the blades via just taking the blade out and then replacing it with a new one. A couple things to know, it's also fairly different in terms of using it. You have to tilt it a certain way in order to use it properly, but we'll get to that in a sec. Next, I also tend to use a shaving brush. This one is Parker. I believe this one is Badger Hair. So it's kind of a like middle ground shaving brush for whatever that's worth. There are very nice ones made out of very specific types of hair. I can't remember what some of the nicer ones are, but Badgers are pretty good. So that's something to note. They tend to hold water but space out fairly well. So that's good. With this little setup, I have a little stand for it too, because why not? Okay. There. Yay. That's a better thumbnail, I think. We will find out. We have our shaving cream, which is Arlington shaving cream. It looks pretty much, has a whole bunch of stubble in it right now, but it just looks like pretty much I don't know, it's kind of like a soap almost, but it foams up when you apply water to it. And lastly, for aftershaving, I have Aftershave Milk by also Arlington, and this smells really good. I think I've showed this off before in some of our other videos. So yeah, it's just like a lotiony kind of aftershave milk. I did also very briefly, before coming on camera, exfoliate a bit. Sometimes that's good to do when you shave because it gets rid of all the dead skin and such and helps you get a closer shave. So I used the Somerville Exfoliate cleanser to do that, which is pretty good. I enjoyed it. I believe it's Corrie's, so thank you, Corrie. Everything is, and this is the big concern that a lot of people have, it can be kind of expensive. I think every item was maybe about $50. So that's $50 for the brush, $50 for the razor. Even the stand was a little expensive too, but yeah. But the thing that is kind of the saving grace is that when you shave, you have to use these little blades to refill. So when you change them, you just change the blade. These things are worth pennies. I bought a pack of, was it 200, I believe? I think it was a pack of 200 for about $10. And they tend to last me a couple of shaves. So with that in mind, I'll be using this for years. It's pretty much like a lifetime supply. And yeah, these ones are just the Astra Superior. There's about 5 in this little cartridge, and you get like a box of them for, yeah, super cheap. I'll just pop it in the water that we have here, start letting it soak. That'll allow it to kind of hold some of the moisture, kind of let the cream foam up a fair bit, and get us a good lather. Next, while that's kind of soaking in there, we're going to change the blade of the safety razor. One thing is, be careful with this. You are handling a blade. So yeah, be careful. And yeah, just the handle screws off, just like so. And lift up right there, and there we have our blade. It's fairly safe to just handle it on the sides. Never touch the blade itself. Like, shouldn't have to say that, but nevertheless don't. And then yeah, you just take out the little new blade. Okay, and there we go. We have our new blade. And we just pop that in here. Put on the case, and then screw it back on, just like so. For disposal, I tend to then put the old blade back into the wrapper that the new one came in. And there's different ways that you can handle safety. If you are somewhat lazy, oh hey buddy.
That's safe.
If you're really concerned with safety, get rid of cats. They don't like being shaved.
He's gonna drink the water.
Oh no, don't drink the water, Toby. No.
Just kick him off.
No, go away. Oop. Okay.
Good safety talk.
Yep, good safety talk. It might be useful to keep almost like a container of old ones, and then when you throw away your garbage, throw it that way as well. So the brush is probably good enough in terms of how it's the water soaked in. So we can start with our shave, and we'll do that by starting with the lather. Boom. So I tend to, and there are different ways that you can do this, but I tend to just go directly in, just kind of mixing it together in the brush, and then applying it directly to your face. So, yeah, here we go. I'll just start with this side, my good side, and here we go. One thing that I do also like with safety razors is the amount that they can shave in a single stroke, or at least, maybe not stroke, a single session. So I mentioned that I only shave about once a week, and in that time I can grow a fair bit of hair. I think this beard right now I have is about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5. And usually within that week span, a safety razor is actually fairly good at getting all the hair and not clogging too much. I noticed with disposable razors, they do clog a fair bit. So that was one reason I really decided to move to safety razors. You're really trying to, with the brush, get all the lather kind of in between all the hairs. And I'm actually only going to start with my face. I find if I do my neck or lather up my neck at the same time, it can kind of start to dry out. And now we will start. So, like I said, when you shave, you are shaving it at an angle. You're not going like this because that would just kind of, the blade would not be touching at that point. The blade is not fully at the edge of the razor, so that when you then shave, your face is being hit by the top, base, and the blade specifically. If you're not doing it at the right angle, you don't really get that coverage. Here we go. Yeah, so far so good, right? And you usually don't want to do long, big strokes, just kind of short and to the side. Don't go over the same area too many times. If you do, you might want to lather up. That can help to prevent things like razor burn. But as you do it more, you kind of get familiar with how your face will react and what best suits you. Some people say going against the grain is best because then you get a closer shave. Some people say that's a bad idea because then you get too close and can get things like ingrowns. So yeah, I usually don't go against the grain. I tend to go with the grain or sometimes to the side of the grain. Pop this in water. That is popped in water. And back in. And here we go. We're getting a really close face shape too. This time around I don't need to lather as long because there's obviously not as much hair. And it should be a fair bit quicker too. Just to kind of get some of the spots I missed. Now I do find this is also kind of a problem-y area for me. And I will know that a part of it may actually be because of the safety razor. I find it's really difficult to get at the very tip of the nose at times. You have to really like get up in there and kind of slant it down as you go down. If you have any tips for me, comment down below. I enjoy shaving. I usually dedicate a fair bit of time to it. I find it very meditative to an extent. I also tend to listen to an audiobook podcast as I do it. It takes me about like half an hour or so. I don't know how we're going to cut this video. It might be shorter, it might not be though, so we'll see. And yeah, it's only about like once a week, so it's fun to just kind of pamper yourself a little bit. So I tend to start at the top going down, and then I'll start going up at the bottom. Let's start at the corner here. It's kind of clogging up a little bit more than usual again because I have shaved, or did not shave rather, in the past 2-3 weeks. But it's coming off, and yeah, for safety razors it is really good for that. So continue going down. I was thinking that there are absolutely ASMR videos dedicated to shaving. You guys have no idea. Right up in the earlobe, just to get kind of in here, because I have hairy ears. Yeah. What do you guys think? I was able to shave that whole beard off. Took a little while, but the skin feels actually really nice. There's not really too many like big red spots or anything, so no real razor bumps. Yeah. And yeah, finally, we'll just use our aftershave milk. This is the amount I would use for my face. And then the same amount pretty much for my neck. So I tend to use a little bit. It smells really good. I just got some on my nose. Smells like aftershave. English aftershave for gentlemen. That's pretty much it, I think. A new man. Completely shaven. Sorry I couldn't grow longer, guys. I gotta look snazzy. This stuff is really nice. I noticed it for a fairly long time. Like I can feel it on my face for hours, and then you can. I kind of use it almost like a mask, and just leave it on for an hour or two, or until I feel like I just need to wash my face, and then wash off, and then you feel nice and clean and moisturized and all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Have a happy holidays. Enjoy the snow. Feels like I'm covered in snow right now. See you tomorrow. That's a good way to end that. Bye.